Live from the drive, it's a game which always promises a full score sheet. The meetings of Coventry Sphinx and Quorn since the Sky Blue and White promotion to Step 4 have been goal-laden and drama-filled, with an average of just below 5 goals per match. Sphinx more often than not have put up a good fight against promotion chasers this year, but Quorn have looked infallible all season long. The unbeaten league leaders actually have a stronger away record than at home, being denied victory on the road only once. With all that in mind, you have to say this one has got 0-0 written all over it. But whether it's a ball draw or a goal fest, you've got a front row seat for the best of the action, with coverage of the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands, sponsored by Cahill Contractors, and commentary coming from Liam Cook. Coventry Sphinx drafting 2 alterations from a narrow defeat at Long Eaton on Saturday. Damo Kelly returns up top, with Rowan Nui moving into a more familiar role out wide. Jack Downs makes way for Idris Hosseini in the midfield trio. Jamie Draper returns to the matchday squad after completing his 1-match suspension. Alex Locke is also back in the 16 after representing England in the 6-a-side World Cup in Oman. Quorn make 2 alterations from the 3-3 draw at home to Worcester City last time out. Luca Alonzi leads the front line in place of Corey Grantham, while Reece Fife makes do with a spot on the bench. Jack York takes his spot in the back line. Your referee today is Richard Walker. And Quorn handing a debut to Luca Alonzi up front. To get on the ball early from this cross down the left-hand side. Quorn embarking early, and it's a low cross diverted away by Kyle Burke. We're back in by Clark. And collected by Kane Noble. Slides it towards the net, an early goal! Quorn within the first minute through Kane Noble. Deflected strike into the bottom corner, beating the outstretched palm of the former Quorn shot stopper. Charlie Woods couldn't divert it clear. And Kane Noble putting Quorn in front in the early stages, the captain leading by example. We haven't even had enough time to tell you who was playing for Quorn, so let us do that now. So starting tonight for Quorn: Alsop, Bellow, Samples, Tetlow, Frizzell, York, Goodson, Bezic, Alonzi, Noble and Clark. So that's the starting lineup for Quorn already. As we've said, Quorn in the lead, and they're on for another one here. It's a dream start for Luca Alonzi. 2-0 up after less than 3 minutes, and Luca Alonzi with an incredible start to his Quorn career.
Get your fucking heads up, come on!
An unfortunate slip at the back from the Coventry Sphinx defender opened the door for Alonzi, who steamed in towards Woods and made no mistake. It's a dream so far for Quorn. Well, as we said in the intro, usually Coventry Sphinx put up a fantastic fight against the bigger teams. We saw that against Long Eaton last week. Of course, Sphinx couldn't take a share of the spoils. We were only defeated 1-0. They've gone against sides like Sporting Cowser and got the victory. But at the moment, Sphinx are being completely outclassed. 2 chances, 2 goals for Quorn. Going for another one here with Jordan Clark. Stabbed away by Haywood. Ryan Bezic. Quorn are not done. And here's Alonzi. Tame effort at the near post, gathered up by Quorn's former number 1 in Charlie Woods. That's a great delivery to left hand side of the penalty area from Carl Carey. They're going to need his ingenuity to get back into this fixture. Driving at Bellow, still going Carl Carey, trying to get into a shooting position. Lays it off for Woodward, left hand side of the box, and in towards Hosseini, couldn't make contact with the header. Well, Rowan Nui got the effort away, but hits it into the ground and bounces past the post. Worcester 1-0 up at home to Grantham Town, and Boldmere beating Rugby, who again are not having the best of seasons. Alonzi cushions it down. Quorn all over Coventry Sphinx here, and Alonzi going for glory at a tight angle. Kept out by Charlie Woods, but they're coming back for more. Was just able to keep it out, deflected over by York, and Joe Percy left in a heap as Alonzi steamed in, trying to get on the end of the seconds. So Lewis Guest with the free kick in his own half, sending everyone but Patrick Zito up. And looking right, Nui cushions it for Joe Percy, covered up by Clark. Percy's ball, Kelly nods it up. Tetlow heads away as far as Kyle Carey, taking on Bellow. Crossing opportunity for Kyle Carey, deflected through. Kelly, Runaway couldn't blast it past several red shirts in the way. And it will be a throw into Quorn now, midway into Sphinx territory. And you have to think if Quorn can get a third goal here, then Mount Everest becomes, a different planet. And it sticks with a Kane Noble. Guest clears as far as Jack York. Wrestled over to Goodson. Noble, beaten mid-air by Guest. Clark! Across the face of goal. It never looked like it was heading in. Callum Woodward sizing this one up. Everyone but Percy and Hayward in and around that penalty area. Strong header away by Bezic. Woodward looks to keep it alive. Stretching his samples to find a teammate and finds Noble. Jordan Hayward prevents the counter, sliding it away from Jordan Clark. Needs options left and finds Kyle Burke. Burke brings it to feet and fancies it. Just flashes past the post. Kyle Burke looking for his first Coventry Sphinx goal. And striding down the left is Hayward. Taking on Bello. Fassani. Onto the right now with Rowan Nui. Hasn't got room to strike, neither has Kyle Carey. He'll look to keep the move going. He's sandwiched between York and Bezic, and it's Quorn who come away with possession in hand. Zach Goodson. Noble trying to get in position. As is Alonzi. It's a dream debut for Luca Alonzi. Striking it across woods. Signed this week online from Boston for a month. And Quorn are very much liking what they're seeing from this young man so far. 3-0 before the break. Even the most optimistic of Coventry Sphinx fans would struggle to say that Sphinx are still in this. So it's Callum Woodward on point for Coventry Sphinx. Woodward. It's towards Guest. Handball claims. The arm was by the side of Tetlow. I think the referees made the right call there. Guest's header looked like it was about to be nestled into the bottom corner, but Tetlow's crucial block taking it away. And despite the appeals, Quorn maintain their 3-goal advantage. Hayward. Kyle Carey. Need a bit of trickery to find his way around. The defender puts it in, skewed up into the sky by Samples. Got Salfest only far as Jamie Draper. Does he fancy an effort here? Draper. And Finley Shark is going to try one. Can get the power behind it. Doesn't test Allsop. High one by Woodward. It's towards Guest. Headed across Nui there on the left hand side to keep it alive. Woodward back in. Cleared as far as Goodson. Heads on to Kyle Burke for Coventry Sphinx. The move's not over yet. Chipped over to Callum Woodward left hand side. High cross. And towards Draper. And Guest! Oh, Lewis Guest. You would have bet your house on him scoring. Swung at it, but it slices it to the right. 8 minutes gone of this second half. Coventry Sphinx 0, Quorn 3, but a much improved Sphinx in this second half, although it would take an absolute miracle for the Sky Blue and Whites to get something out of this. And Goodson could make it worse. Zach Goodson for 4, he's got it! Well, if there was any hope left for Coventry Sphinx, it's gone now. Zach Goodson with a tidy finish. When given the space and given the opportunity, the Quorn youngster made no mistake, and Quorn haven't made a single mistake all afternoon. On point as Quorn look for the old 5. Guest heads away at the far post. Gonsalves chest control. Now wide with Clark. York is with him. It's into the air for Gonsalves. Skips past Guest. Rodrigo Gonsalves blocked by a lunging Jamie Draper. Seconds picked up by Tetlow. Options at the far post. An acrobatic effort skied. Well, that would have been the most sensational hat-trick goal in living memory from Luca Alonzi. York in the centre circle. A little dig in from Callum Woodward while on the ground. Enough to take it away, but Swinskin did nothing with it. Bezic wrestles it back. And now Jordan Clark. Alonzi's in, fancies it. Blocked with a standing leg of Lewis Guest. I think that strike was always a pipe dream for the Boston youngster. Here's Silvio Bello. Ryan Bezic, the player manager. And now Clark. Jordan Clark behind Alonzi. The prone Callum Woodward making the vital intervention there as Alonzi looked for goal number 3 to cap off an already impressive debut. Roger Lee. Gonsalves. Played down the right hand side for Jordan Clark. Free flowing football for Quorn. It's Clark! Went for the spectacular, very nearly found it. 2 hands to it. Charlie Woods denies him. Shark heads on. Turn to sender there by Mason Frizzell. Percy judges the bounce. And Jordan Hayward racing down the right hand side. It's Jordan Hayward against his opposite number 3 in Samples. Comes back at himself. Jordan Hayward looked like it was going to sneak in at that near post. But Alsop really with his first save of this second half. Hopeful ball from the back as far as Ryan Nicholson. Nicholson though swamped by Quorn challenges. Eventually is able to toe poke at the Jack Downs. And there's space on the right hand side for Percy if he can find him. Downs, determined, not beaten. Still going, Jack Downs, curls it! Oh, just bounces past the post via a deflection too. Was it from the defender or was it from Alsop? I'm not entirely sure. But Jack Downs, if he'd hit the back of the net there, would have had goal of the season tied up. Carey. Punch away by Alsop. And Downs with the header, and a pretty powerful header from the edge of the area, straight to the gut of Alsop. Burke. Curls it left. Locke. Taking on Bello, cross cannons off Bello. Second attempt by Locke in towards Jordan Hayward. Over Hayward, Samples. As far as Draper, and Burke wanted it, but Draper didn't get the call. Still finds Percy. Jordan Hayward gets space. Hayward couldn't keep it down. Best chance of the game for Coventry Sphinx. But even then, they couldn't hit the back of the net. It's just been that sort of night. The Sphinx have had more opportunities in the last 5 minutes than they have in the entire game. Quorn maybe starting to just sit back now. Marshall taken away by sliding guess, but kept alive by Goodson, and there's space out wide, but Goodson fancies it himself, runs past Marshall, still going Goodson, and that's the best of the lot. A 5-star goal to cap off a 5-star performance for Zach Goodson. His run, like Quorn, could not be stopped. And quite simply, Quorn have been the class of the field this evening and are looking good, not only for their win, but for their title lead as well. And with Corby losing at Loughborough, this really has been the perfect night for Quorn. Coventry Sphinx 0, Quorn 5.